Is it to give us a recap?
I can try. So we started off in the beginnings of combat, and uh, and the beginnings of combat, we uh, Soren had already cast uh, a domination on uh, monster domination on the wyvern to attack another wyvern, and uh, Stokel had cast a wall of force to split up the forces that were against us. That allowed uh, let's see, that allowed uh, Hagar uh, and Torka to focus on the forces that were up in our grill. The At some point, um, one of the horses were killed, um, and let's see, the driver had already been killed. That's the reason why the uh, the uh,
Lucky
the
Dawn.
uh, yeah, not so lucky, unfortunately. And
Ha! Because
Yeah,
he's dead.
you did there.
yeah,
You're a
and
ghoul.
and um, the wyvern uh, uh, was uh, possessed was attacking the one wyvern, while the one that was not being attacked, I mean the one that was being attacked, focused its attacks on me along with both of the riders. Um, and let's see, Hagar and Torka were uh, doing some fine beating up work on these soldiers because Cole had cast a spell that allowed him to be able to be all matrixy, and he's able to. That gave Torka advantage on all of his attacks and disadvantage, for the people attacking him, which helped a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
badass.
Foresight, I think
yeah,
is what it was
yeah.
called.
Oh, it's foresight. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was broken as
So
fuck.
foresight. Yeah, that was an amazing spell.
Oh hell, I
By
thought
the
the whole
time
time it was called foreskin.
um, by the time the other half of the forces got around the wall, um, I pretty much got. I was trying to avoid being attacked by the wyvern. I get uh, uh, knocked unconscious after trying to hide out underneath the wagon, and
But before
uh,
that, you cast a
carriage.
fireball, remember, and you killed
Oh
four
yeah,
fat
yeah,
raccoons,
yeah. I did.
five
I did.
possums, three dead owls,
Yeah,
and then the fireball was on the six knights. You did 39
exactly.
damage on each of them.
Yeah, and it was a fireball that was turned into thunder damage, but still killed all those creatures. Yeah, and so after that, I um, after that I was, like I said, I was knocked unconscious, and uh, uh, my colleagues had to pretty much take care of wiping out, or at least weakening all the forces that were against us, including the wyverns. Um, and what was it? Cole, I think, cast like prismatic spray. Was that what it is? You know, that
Yep, that's right.
sufficiently weakened one of the wyverns. Okay, I had killed one of the riders, earlier. Um, but then
If
I
you're ever playing one of those classes where you're like, oh, all I do is the same thing over and over again. By God, play a bard with access
oh
to so many different spells and lists and stuff.
yeah.
Prismatic spray
Uh,
is one of those. Oh, whatever happens, it's all going to be interesting.
Yep, and so and then I finally um, was able to be healed, and I did a bit of mopping up. Cole was in a bad way. He got knocked unconscious was looking like he was at death's door, and I quickly healed him with a potion to get him out of death's door, and I think that's where we left it because I think we mopped up the rest. I think there's still one guy who's
No.
fighting off being
Cole went
changed into
down
stone.
after
Yeah, at the
taking
Oh yeah, there is one guy
23.
that might not.
Porker did a misty
Oh.
step.
Does anybody want
Oh,
to
yeah.
add anything?
Other than
That's
the
pretty
fact
good.
that these guys are all under the influence of Shaldor.
Possibly Shaldor.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely Shaldor.
Allegedly.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I mean, we live in America here, Christopher. We can't
Soren,
just...
we are at the top now of round 10. Soren, you are up. What would you like to do?
I cannot see the map.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I
hang
can't
on.
either.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Hang on.
There's a place you gotta get. I can get you there.
Everyone should see it now.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah. Looks like a mess.
Like a
I
damned
think
mess.
well, Cole's up. He's okay. We don't have any fires out. I'm going to just I just going to say it looks like we got everybody, and I'm going to start trying to collect any magical weapons or gold pieces. Typical Soren.
All right, so Soren starts to loot the battlefield while there is still an opponent left. That will end his turn. Cole, what would you like to do?
Cole's gonna look around and say, what happened? And then use half his movement to get up.
You have 10 hit points, and your friend Torka next to you has but 9.
Okay, man, you guys look worse for the wear too. Then he's gonna look around, and
Loomis and Soren both have 30.
So we nailed it. That's what you're saying. I'm looking for how I point. I guess I can use the measuring tool.
So long as you are on the pointer on the left side of your screen, the pointer is the second icon from the top on the left side. If you click on that, you can hold your mouse button down on the map and click.
Yeah, I wanted to point a direction if everybody can see that. So Cole points over and says, "What's that guy doing over there?" And then he's going to start walking that way, which he uses the rest of his movement, which is 5, 10, 15, since he's sadly slower than he used to be. And I guess he could
bring it up.
I guess well, so how does it work if he dashes? He uses half of the dash to stand up.
So, okay.
If he takes the dash action.
So if he takes the dash action. So when you stood up, okay, you had 30 feet of movement, okay? Which means you could have moved 15 more feet. If you take the dash action, you can move another 30 feet. So total, you have 45 feet of movement instead of 60. Now that uses your action. You won't be able to do anything, but you'll be able to get over there.
Okay. So I'm going to start using the 45. Well,
you don't start. You either do it or you don't.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I realize that.
You don't go halfway. You don't like stick your toe in to see how warm it is. You commit or you don't.
Yeah, I realize that, but I was going to use part of it, but yeah, that I couldn't really take much of an action.
No, not much of an act. You won't be able to take any action. Dash is the action.
Yeah. Well, he still has a bonus action. But okay, I'm just gonna do what Cole would do, which is dash over to this guy, to see what's going on. But I know the see what's going on, he can't really use an action for that, so he'll end his turn right there.
Well, I mean, visually, I'll tell you what you can see.
Okay.
You,
Yeah, if I can, what I
you,
can see with that.
I mean, you see, it looks like this guy is struggling not to be petrified. You would think it maybe had something to do with the spell that you cast earlier.
Oh, I know. I can't remember. I mean, I can't remember this guy specifically. Okay, so Cole's just he's gonna call his teammates over here and say, "Hey guys, this guy is he's struggling under the influence of a spell. Maybe we should capture him." And I'll end my turn.
All right, next up is Torka Galu, everybody's best friend, Torka Galu.
Is going to raise his left arm straight into the air, and he's going to kind of look down at the ground to his left, kind of almost past his armpit, and then he's going to rock up on his toes, and with his right hand he's going to kind of grab his crotch, and Torka's going to go, woohoo! And Torka's going to heal himself for 25 points for his action.
Okay.
And then Torka is going to start moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that will end his turn.
All right, next up is our friend who now has to make a DC 19 Constitution saving throw. Give me just a moment. Here we go. DC 19 Constitution saving throw, and he makes it with a 24. That is his third successful saving throw. He is no longer turning to stone. Cole, you will not have that on your conscience. I know you were worried.
I was, yeah.
All right, so
As Cole slides a saber between the guy's rib or rapier between like, I can sleep at night. I will sleep well tonight.
that will end his turn, but it looks like Cole give me a free perception check.
All right.
So,
Roll.
it looks like this guy is no longer affected by your spell, but he's trying to convince you that maybe he is. But the tell is the way that his foot has his right foot is kind of turning away from you, like he's going to bolt and run the first chance he gets.
Okay.
All right, next up is Loomis.
Okay, he's gonna follow everybody. 5, oops. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think that's more. And is he close enough to grapple him?
I mean, he is close.
Tackle him?
He is close enough that you could grapple him if that's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to
name
go.
this. Can we name this NPC, this evil NPC, Dan?
I mean, if you want to. So the way that's going to work, Loomis, is that is a contested strength and or pardon me, a strength or athletics check.
Okay.
So he does not have athletics, so he will just make a strength check. Oh, and he rolled a 1, so you have to beat a 4.
Okay. Awesome. Athletics.
So yeah, he's a lot of the fight's been taken out of him. He's had several hits, and a dude almost turned him into stone. He's had a day. You're able to grab a hold of him in a way that he's not going to be able to move.
Okay. And then I'll look at Stokel and say he's all yours, and then just continue to hold him, and then that'll end my turn.
All right. Next up, we're at the start now of round 11. Soren Lawrenson, you are currently moving from body to body, trying to look for gold teeth, silver teeth, what have
Silver
you.
spoons.
Normal Soren stuff.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
So you don't find anything on these first 2 nights that you have come over to check.
Gotcha.
Would you like
Huh.
to move?
Actually, you know what? I noticed that there is a fire down here that I will put out with control flame.
All right. Isn't that a cantrip?
Yep, it is.
That is your action.
Yep, that'll do.
You successfully snuffed the flame. Next up is Cole. Cole Loomis has walked over and grabbed a hold of this guy, and now it's very obvious that this dude was faking being petrified just moments ago.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna. And how does he look health wise?
He looks pretty bad.
Okay. Then I'm gonna. And do his eyes look possessed like some of his friend did earlier?
Yes, he has that same look as the others, where it definitely looks like there is some sort of taint of Shaldor, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
You
Then I
definitely
guess
get a whiff of Shaldor's taint.
It's so gross.
Smells like sulfur and peanuts.
then I'm gonna hold up a fist and ask him, "Who sent you?"
And he looks at you. Are you trying to persuade him to talk to you or intimidate him to talk to you?
And intimidate him.
Okay, tell me how you're trying to be intimidating to this dude.
Well, he seems like he's badly damaged. So I was just holding up my fist like I'm about to punch him in the gut.
Okay.
Doing at most 1 point of damage given my stature, but still.
All right, you punch him in the gut for 1 point of damage. Give me an intimidation check.
It's not my best skill.
Yeah, he kind of. Wow, you have an 8 on that. You rolled a 3. Oof. He kind of laughs at you,
Not my best roll.
and he spits blood in your face.
Okay, I'm just gonna call for help. So I reach over. Hey, Torcut, want to come punch this guy?
Hey, Paladin, come
I'll end my
torture a
turn.
dude. Okay. Next up is
Oh,
Torka.
I'll step out of the way
Okay.
in my turn.
Torka is a bad son of a bitch. We have it on good authority.
Yeah, I mean it's true. I don't know that Torka would be into.
And he has seen some shit today.
I don't know that Torka would be into. I guess he'd be okay with interrogation. Probably not torture. And if Torka,
Come on, he was about to kill you. What about justice?
No,
Torka should be a justice.
no, I think Torka would be okay with killing the guy. The question is, could I hurt Loomis?
Loomis is preventing him from running away. He doesn't have a good enough hold on him that this dude is restrained, but he has enough of a hold on him that he's not going to be able to move anywhere. They're not joined at the hip or anything. If you want to hit this guy, yeah, you'll be able to hit this dude.
Okay, I'm gonna slash him with my claws.
Okay. You need to get over there closer to him.
Oh, sorry. To here.
Okay. So you we'll say you scratch him across the neck, because that's visible skin. He cries out in pain. The wound is surprisingly deep, Torka. Surprisingly deep, and he's bleeding pretty good now from this gash that you just put into his neck.
So with that, Torka's basically Torka's gonna ask, look at Stokel and say, do you want to keep this guy alive? If so, I can heal his wounds and keep him alive if you want to interrogate him, or are we done here?
Torka's like, I can keep healing him if we want to cut on him some more. Said the paladin.
But the information.
Yeah, I am trying to play this as a paladin, so I'm walking a fine line here. But basically, I'm trying to understand if Stokel thinks we need to get information out of this guy.
All right.
No, not necessarily.
He can answer you on his turn.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So, while Torka can do a second claw attack, he will not. I guess that'll end Torka's turn. Excuse me.
All right. Next up is our friend. He is going to try to escape from Loomis's grapple. That's going to be another contested strength check or athletics. You have to beat a 21.
He's getting worried, huh?
28. So this guy, he gives a good amount of effort to try to get away from you. At one point, he even gets his leg away. But you manage to get a better hold of him and keep him in place. And as a free action, he spits blood in your face, Loomis. Loomis, it is now your turn.
Okay. Can I knock his helmet off?
Yeah. You still have to make an attack roll. Hang on, I'll tell you what you need to do here. You'll need to add your strength modifier and your proficiency bonus. I know you won't be able to find those. Here, I'll tell you what they are. So that's going to be you've got a plus 10. Roll a 1d20 plus 10.
Okay.
All right, so 6 plus 10 is a 16. That does not hit his armor class. So you try to knock his helmet off, but then you realize it's buckled underneath his chin. Although that area is wet with warm blood that Torka spilled.
Well, I say to him, um, you know, if you give us information, you know, we'll let you live. We want to know where you came from, where's Shaldor.
All right, he can answer you on his turn. Next up, we're at the start of round 12. Soren Lawrenson, you are up.
All right, Soren Lawrenson will go ahead and start trying to get what he can out of these bodies.
Give me an investigation check.
All right, probably should have somebody else do this. I suck at it. Let's see. My dang character sheet. Second. Sorry. I thought I had it right here.
All that
Torka,
practice at looting bodies, and you're still bad at it.
Torka, you will have to wait until your turn.
I know.
There
I
we
meant
go.
to just read it myself, but I put it in chat accidentally.
Okay.
All right,
Soren.
there we go. Roll the port.
All right, Soren. You find 49 pieces of gold between those 3 bodies.
All right.
All right, that ends Soren's turn.
There we go.
Next up, or did you want to move?
Let's see. Now I'll move next time.
All right, next up is Stokel. Cole Fiery Buckle.
Okay.
Yo ho Stokel.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yo ho, Mr. Knight, Dan Knight.
Wow.
Look, like he said, we'll let you go if you tell us what we need to know. That's all there is to it. It's simple. It's not worth dying over. Just tell us what we want, and I'll end my turn.
Do you, in fact, intend to free this guy if he does give you what you're asking for?
Yes.
Okay, give me a persuasion check. At disadvantage.
One. Okay.
All right, 25.
Yes.
All right, we'll see how we'll see what kind of fruit that bears when it comes around to his turn. Next up is Torka. He was a showgirl with yellow feathers in his hair and a dress cut down to there.
I would love it if you would do William Shatner spoken word like that for a living. I would spend so much money.
For a living?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I would do that for a
It'd be
living.
badass. You'd be knee deep in it, brother.
Her name was Torque.
Do we? Yeah, there you go. Do we know? I'm still not clear what we asked him.
I don't think you guys asked him anything.
Right? Like, we'll keep you alive if you tell us what we want to know. But I'm not real sure if
I asked him where he came from.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Where and does he know where Shaldor is?
And yeah, and who sent him?
Okay.
So we got 3 questions.
And with a carrot.
Okay. Torka is going to ready an action. And so if the guy spits at one of the 3 of us, Torka is going to hit him with his vicious war pick. And that will end Torka's turn.
Like, not stab him, just kind of backhand him.
No, like full on war pick to the chest.
Torka, you see, he continues to bleed out pretty badly from the wound that you gave him earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he's probably going to bleed out here within a minute or 2.
Would I know that before I... Well, okay. I still do that. That's fine.
Yeah, you've seen enough, bloodletting to know that, this guy's going to this guy's gonna bleed out unless there's some sort of attention paid to him. Either, a medical check or some kind of healing.
I mean,
I'm just telling
some-
you what you know.
sometimes it's awesome to be a paladin. Um,
It's almost like I'm making it harder for you.
okay, so can I not ready my action? Can I just step back once?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Okay, Torka is going to swing his vicious war pick into this guy's chest.
Okay.
Information? What if we were gonna get information?
Okay. Give me a attack roll.
Enough banter.
So he is grappled, not restrained. All grapple does is mean that his movement is set to 0. So an 11 does not hit him. Your blow.
No, I'm hitting everything still for 8
Oh,
hours
that's
with
right. That's right.
advantage.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Because you have foresight. That's right. 29 hits him. 7 points is enough to kill him. So you guys
Okay.
watch and you're like, yeah. Tell us what we want to know. And then Torka just collapses this dude's chest. This dude looks almost shocked for a minute as Torka flattens the front of his armor, and then blood just starts to bubble and froth from this dude's mouth as he falls dead.
Okay.
While I'm holding him, I have to drop him.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be covered in, froth.
Okay.
Torka then looks
turned
at
it
the...
into a.
No, go ahead.
Oh, just Torka turned it into like some kind of Pulp Fiction moment. Pretty sure.
Torka, give me a religion check.
Well, wait. Let me. Can I? Okay, I mean, yes, but let me say what I'm thinking here.
Okay.
You are extricating evil from the
With
world.
with a 20, you can tell that Morden does not look favorably upon your actions.
Oh man, the whole reason, and Torka's gonna say, there was no reason to keep this vessel of Shaldor alive. We're just playing with this soul. It should be released. There's nothing we can do to save it. Like, Torka recognized that this guy was unsalvageable. Shaldor had done so much damage to him that it was time to put him out of his misery.
And he wasn't gonna tell us shit anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, no. I'll concede to whatever.
Cole, standing next to Torka, you look around, you don't see Soren, but as Torka says, "No, we have to free this soul," you realize that Soren's father is currently possessed by Shaldor.
Mm-hmm. We do that.
How does Cole feel about that?
Okay. That I'll say loud my thought. Yeah, hey, big guys. Yeah, what about Mr. Lawrenson? Do we want to?
To which Torka would quickly say, he's not he's a mighty dragon. He might be able to have the mental fortitude and strength to fight off the possession. This knight was almost dead, and there was no way we could salvage his soul.
Mm-hmm.
It was time to send him to...
Yeah, the
So you're
Yokel has no chance.
This man was thick with Shaldor's taint.
Mm-hmm.
So much taint. So much taint.
Yeah, and I believe, like, I think Torka would think you can't bring some dude like that back from a Shaldor possession.
Okay.
So what you're saying is
Severe
Mr.
PTSD.
Ramos Lauren could fight off Shaldor, but he's not, so he's responsible for him.
Wait, you're
That
breaking
seems
up
like
a
a
little.
more.
I'm not sure I understood that.
I was just saying you're saying that Miss Ramos Lauren is strong enough to fight off Shaldor. Since he didn't fight off Shaldor, then he's like responsible for his actions while being possessed.
No, I'm not necessarily saying that. What I am saying is that he is strong enough mentally that perhaps with our help, we could help free him and bring him back.
I see.
And then I kind of wave my arm at these knights on the ground. And I say, these guys have not the fortitude mentally to come back from a possession like this, nor, they've been possessed too long. This guy
Gotcha.
was probably too far gone for too long. We killed all of his friends and his dragons. There was his only reprieve was through death.
So you don't think
I see.
gave us any info?
Yeah, but we've been fighting these guys a long time.
Okay, well, I'm just a lowly performer, so I defer to your wisdom on such holy and unholy things.
As do I.
Soren, give
Yep.
me a perception check.
Alrighty. A perception check coming right up.
You didn't hear anything that they were talking about as you're coming from around the side of that tree.
Typical. It's typical Soren. And so, just saying, I'm true to form. And I will make way and start investigating these bodies.
Soren, did you find silverware over there?
No, but I found some gold pieces. I'm thinking we should collect all the swords and sell them. Oh, yeah, you guys lose me?
No,
No.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm waiting for y'all to tell me what you're doing.
I'm gonna keep on
Okay.
looking for loose change.
Yeah.
All right,
Orca
Soren,
is-
give me another investigation check. Go ahead, Torka.
Alrighty. Fuck.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't
Really?
you don't find anything off of the body of
I-
Lucky Dawn. You find the keys to the carriage doors,
Yeah.
but
Oh, well,
you
I
don't.
wasn't gonna take Lucky Don's stuff, but
Yeah, you were. Come
I
on.
just.
I was
Tunis.
I was gonna take the help action so he could count that 8 instead of on his rolls.
Okay, Cole was helping you, so you found Lucky Dawn's carriage keys, but little else. Pocket
Little
lint.
else. Pocket lid.
Torka, what were you saying?
Was actually going to go and drag Lucky Dawn over away from the carriage, and then
Over the bodies of his dead horses.
yeah, I mean, we can burn the horses, but I think I'm gonna say a prayer or two over Lucky Dawn, and then
Maybe Torka Galu wants those horses marrow.
no, that's gross. Maybe the wyvern though. I'd crack a wyvern bone.
That's what Cole's gonna do. While Torque is doing that, Cole's gonna investigate the wyverns since they're kind of rare. See if there's anything to be gleaned from their bodies or harvested.
All right, so under our rules for exotic harvesting.
Sounds like Nova Scotian porn.
Jesus. Well, here we go. Creature harvesting. So this technically is a large dragon. Wyverns are a type of dragon. So, Cold, are you proficient in either Arcana or Nature?
Yes, in Arcana
Okay. Then you can
and
make.
nature, actually.
Just needed you to be proficient in one or the other. All right.
Okay.
So, since you are proficient in at least one of those, and this is a large creature, you may make 2 rolls on the exotic harvesting macro.
That's the first. That's the second.
You find 125 gold
Not too shabby. Pal.
worth of wyvern parts.
Okay, I'll record it.
It's all in dong.
Yes, you find a pristine wyvern unit.
I'll just put air quote part wyvern parts. You guys will know what it.
And if you would like to, you can do the same for the second one since no one else is saying they want to harvest that body.
Nice. I will.
They might get on my clothes.
It doesn't
only do
have
that.
fake teeth. All right, so that's 100 and that's another 125. So you have 250 total gold worth of wyvern parts.
All right, got it.
You probably took the poison sacks off that thing. Off those things. All right. Torka, what were you doing with the body of Lucky Don? Were you doing a ritual cannibalizing of the corpse, or?
No, I prayed over him, closed his eyes, and then I prepared him for travel. I figured, I mean, I guess we're not going back. Well, it depends where we're going. Like, I
Well,
don't want to bury him
You
here.
were on your way up to Crossington, and from Crossington, you guys were going to go on foot through the forest. You guys were determined to go back to Rowville Manor.
Yeah, so I want to prepare him to travel to Crossington.
Okay. How are you
Can we
preparing
put him
him?
in a bag of holding? Present
No.
his body in a bag of holding? Okay, got it. Oh, okay.
No.
I mean, technically, right now, he's an object, not a creature. You could put him into a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Well,
He doesn't need oxygen.
Yep.
I don't know that. I mean, that's
I mean,
kind of weird.
that might slow decay being in the bag of holding.
I mean,
just wanna
at
get
this
him
point,
somewhere that-
it's going to take you probably a good 4 to 5 hours to walk to Crossington because these horses are dead. You're not going to ride the carriage and take the carriage back into
No.
town.
Yeah.
No, sure. I mean, I'm just gonna wrap him in my bedroll.
Okay.
I'll carry his ass to Crossington.
All right. So does the party just want to continue on to Crossington, or did the party want to try to sleep for the night?
Sleep
we-
for the night, guys, and I think we. I go and consult with Torco on this. It's like I want to go. Let's go to Rowville Manor, and we'll just put his body in the bag of holding until then. You know.
And then when we get to Rowville Manor, we'll just put him on the yard. We'll just drop him on the front lawn. Hey, we brought your dead guy.
No. He's doing. He's Well, it's yeah. I mean,
Well, what's all in the
all right.
bag of holding?
all sorts of stuff. But I mean, he's all wrapped up. He's not gonna bleed over anything. It doesn't work that way.
No, I don't know.
I guess
Oh,
that's,
wait a minute.
that's fine.
cool. I mean, you know what? We'll go to Crossington because I understand what you're wanting to try to do, Dorka, and that's
He's trying to
admirable.
cancel out what he just did.
I did nothing
Exactly.
wrong.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go check out these last 3 bodies, and
All right.
being true to
Soren,
my form.
Soren, give me an investigation check.
Alrighty, let me go fail another investigation check. Hey, there we go.
Oh.
Oh wait,
Sexy.
I'm in a. Hang on, I did a wrong roll there. You get 12 pieces of gold.
Oh man. Okay. 12 pieces.
Hey, that's better than 10.
Hey, it is. It is. It is better. Let's see. Hey, it's
Torka,
better. I have more gold than I had when I started this. So that's good.
you lay out Lucky Dawn and lay his body out. Do you clean his body with your wineskin, or did you perhaps bring prayer oils to anoint him with?
No, I'll pray over him and uh, I'll do a prayer to, send him quickly to the arms of Morden. But I'm not gonna wash him in oils or anything. No.
Okay. Do you close his eyes?
No,
Oh
no
yeah,
anointing.
absolutely.
All right. So you close his eyes. Give me another religion check. Still feels like Morden's kind of salty with you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does your
Good try.
does your foreskin still help you with this?
Good
I
try.
mean, foresight.
I used my 20s on the last religion check. No.
I don't think. Hang on. Let's look.
I was wondering if your foresight worked on that, Torka.
No, it's
I
only
don't.
good.
I don't think that works for ability checks. I'll look
Ah,
though.
gotcha.
Well,
No,
this
you
is
do. You
fine.
have advantage on ability checks and saving throws. That's even more broken than I thought it was. So yeah, with an 18, Torka, suddenly you feel like Morden appreciates that you took pity on this poor soul and didn't just leave him there to rot on the side of the road. That you didn't leave him for the carrion birds.
Yeah. I'm a man of Morden.
You're a manadin. All right. So, what did you guys want to do? You have a carriage on its side, 2 dead horses, many dead knights. What do you want to do?
I will at least gather up all their swords and sell them eventually.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4,
Truly a hero.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's a total of 12 long swords
Nice.
and 12 short swords.
Loomis says, "Hey, Torka, maybe you could teach me about your religion sometime. I've been following you around through our travels, and I'd like to hear more."
Torka, give me an insight check.
Okay.
All right, you have that's an ability check. You have insight on that. Loomis or Hagar, is Loomis in fact making a homosexual advance at Torka?
No.
Okay, Torka, you don't feel like Loomis is coming on to you from that.
All right. Torka spends the next, are we about to go to sleep? Was that
Yes.
the whole thing? Yeah, so Torka is going to talk Loomis's ear off. Pretty much to the point that Loomis is like, I'm sorry I said anything. Like, as everyone's going to sleep, he just won't stop talking about my Lord Morden and all the things he's done for me and could do for you, and just on and on incessantly.
Okay.
All right. Cole. Well, actually, I need to check my spell slots to see whether Cole can cast a tiny hut. He can. So Cole's gonna cast Lehman's tiny hut for us to sleep tonight in, marking this spell slot off. And
Whereabouts?
good question. Let's be just off the road so we don't get run over. How about, I don't know, how about all the way over here? So close enough that we could.
Where's here? Where's here? You need to mark it on the map.
Sorry,
Okay.
the north of
Oh,
the map. I'm clicking on it.
Okay. North of.
So basically, I'm thinking if somebody sees the wreck and they start investigating, they're not going to trample on any of us, but
Okay.
we might hear somebody coming by the road.
Okay.
Especially if a ride came by,
Oh yeah.
we might get there faster if we can hitch a ride.
Oh, excuse me. I pulled. Do you take Lucky Don with you?
Yeah.
In
Well,
a bag of holding, I think.
yeah, I think we decided
Or-
to put him in the holding of bag.
Or formerly Lucky Don? Okay.
He's still lucky that Torka is looking after him.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Well
Cole-
said, Stokes.
you throw down Lehman's tiny hut as you guys turn in for the evening.
I do
Torka.
have something to say.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. If
I was
you
just
want,
gonna-
if you had
I
something
was
to
just
say
gonna
to the
say-
group, then say it.
Yeah, hey guys, you realize we're camping out and been traveling much like we started off on our adventures together. We are here on the road to Crossington, and I just want to say I still would rather be direly bitten than divinely smitten on the road to Crossington.
Sounds
Here,
good.
here.
I like it.
yay!
I like it.
All right. So inside Lehman's tiny hut, it is temperate. It is not too cold or too warm. It is just right. You are comfortable. You are dry. You're hungry. What does everybody eat? Do you eat rations or do you have other type of food?
Ooh.
Lucky Don's looking pretty tasty. No, I'm gonna have it.
Cole's got a ration.
I'm gonna go rations.
Yeah, ration for Loomis.
All right,
everybody
mark
mark your own
mark a day of rations off of your character sheet.
Okay. And
Got it.
take a drink of my water.
All right.
Done.
I forgot. We
Torka.
only.
Torka really was kind of thinking the horses looked somewhat delicious, but he refrained.
Damn, that's right. Fresh horse meat or wyvern meat.
Well, it's not fresh anymore. It's been some time.
It hasn't turned yet.
It's like-
You're welcome to go back there and see if the bot flies have gotten to it already.
No, Torka has moved on.
If it was maggot ridden, would that stop Torka?
I mean, he is a turtle, so probably not. yes, it would.
All right, so you are able to get a full night's rest. Means you get back all your hit points, all your spell
yes.
slots.
Push a long rest button. Very good.
Can you hear this freaking dog?
Not this time.
Not this time,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Good.
All right.
Okay. Rested up, feeling good. We're gonna
Torka
hit the road,
Feeling
boys.
good again.
Torka Galu.
Yes.
You are the first one to wake up.
Okay.
Outside of Lehman's tiny hut, because remember, you guys can see through this. It's opaque. If people
Mhm.
are outside, they can't see into it, but if you are inside, you can see out of it. Torka, give me a perception check. You notice through the tall grasses and through the stones around the road here, it looks like scattered clumps of bones are moving around in large piles.
So down here, scattered.
No, no, closer to where y'all are in the hut.
Okay. So up in here.
What's moving?
With a 19, pretty much all around you. It's up for Torka to tell you. I told Torka. No
Okay.
one else was noticing it. I said that he woke up first. It is up for Torka to tell others if he would like to.
And it's just piles of scattered bones moving around.
It looks like, yeah, like if you were like walking down a road and you saw like, I don't know, 5 or 6 dead cow skeletons all sort of just in a heap, and then they just started moving around.
And so I'm gonna sit here for a second or two, and they just continue to kind of dance and move around us.
Yes, you can see them through the tall grasses, but they are definitely large piles of bones. And with a 19, you can tell these are assorted bones. There's animal bones, humanoid bones. There's a variety of bones in here. Bones from some shit you don't even know, you've never seen before.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna look at Loomis, then Stokel, then Soren, and then I'm just gonna kind of shake my head, and then I'm gonna kind of lean over,
That's a terrible way to do business.
and I'm gonna shake Stokel and see if I can't wake him up. But as I'm doing so, like I'm shaking his shoulder, and I've got my face kind of close to his face, not like
Are you about to
gay
kiss him?
close, like a foot and a half away,
It's
and I'm
totally gay close.
and I'm putting my finger like up to my lips, like or to my chomper, and I'm like shh, like I'm trying to quietly wake him up. This should work well.
All right, Cole, give me a perception check.
Mhm. All right.
You feel the warm breath from Torka Galu's mouth, and feel his strong hands on your upper arms as he gently tries to shake you awake.
Okay. Okay. What is it?
So Torka quietly points out towards the brush and says, "We've got a boner problem."
As Cole looks over, takes a glancing look over at Soren. Great. Wake him up. Splash water on him.
We've got to be quiet.
And
Bones.
so Loomis and Soren, as you guys start to wake up and look at Torka and Cole, it looks not unlike that picture that came out today of Pedro Pascal and Oscar Isaac cuddling.
Oh Lord. No, I was trying to wake them up one at a time so nobody freaks out about the boner problem.
Oh, we're freaked out
Oh,
already.
look at that! It's trending.
Oh, yeah.
So, Torka, you can see now that these piles of bones continue to kind of circle around the area.
And I'm trying to, I guess if everyone's awake now, I'm trying to make sure that everybody's quiet and I'm whispering to everybody, you know, get ready, lads. There's something afoot with these bones. These bones aren't right. They're unnatural, these bones. But I'm whispering on it. Do we get the feeling that the bones know we're here? I mean,
If only you had paladin abilities that would let you,
okay.
test things out.
All right. So I will use my
Exactly.
divine sense. Yes. Changing that to 1.
So, Orca and Cole were showing non-toxic masculinity.
And talking about boners. All right. So, Torka, you sense a heavy undead presence, but you also feel the faint whiff of the abyss.
Okay.
So it is undead, but there's also a bit of fiend to all this,
Okay. Okay.
which you know means demon.
Yes. The daemon. Uh, yeah. So as everybody's watching the bones dance,
Oh,
I've kind of got my hand out with my eyes closed now, and I whisper to everybody, uh, there are there these bones are undead, but I also sense the taint of a demon.
Mm.
Do you think he can see us? I whisper. Loomis whispers.
I feel like they can.
Shall we make a run for it?
Maybe this would be a good time for us to take our flying potions.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, actually, I can make you guys all fly. To be honest, without needing to use flying potions. In fact, I just gotta Uh, what do you guys want to do?
Um,
Do you guys have like a sense or presence way with your magic you guys have to get more information on what's out there?
Does this look like anything familiar to me, Trey?
Um,
I mean, I know there was that wizard that had something going, but
you
that
can
was
make
using
you
the
can make an
magic
Arcana check.
stuff. Alrighty. Arcana.
Yeah, it definitely feels like some kind of magical undead shit going on outside.
Gotcha. Torka, do you think you can turn it?
um,
Torka, your divine sense from earlier is telling you that this may be a little too powerful for you to turn away.
yeah, I feel like there's just too much.
Okay. Well, do we want to make a run for it and fly? Fly away from this thing? What do you want to do?
You can
'Cause
fly us all.
Yes, I can fly you all.
And what does that
Let's
mean?
try it.
Does that mean
What's
we
it-
can
what-
all just shoot up like
Yep.
30, 40 feet and see what happens?
You can certainly
See.
try.
Let's see. All right. You guys ready? Here, I'll
Let's
put it
Ready.
I'll put it in the chat.
Wait a minute. Okay.
I'm just gonna put it in the chat. And let you see what I can do. Let's see. Your willing creature target gains a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration. So we can fly for 10 minutes, and then I can recast the spell for, you know, still being chased or something.
I'm a
Tor-
willing creature.
Torka,
Yes.
with that 19 perception you had earlier, and Cole, with that 18 perception you had earlier, you start to notice that these piles of bones are starting to lift up off of the ground and circle the tiny hut.
Hmm.
Yeah, Torka says,
Okay.
what are we gonna do? We better do it fast.
Yeah, let's get out of here because we don't want to be trapped in this tiny hut when
All
it
right.
wears off, which is soon.
Okay, I cast fly on all three of you.
And
Okay.
And I erupt with through the careful.
And I kill everything on the map.
Yeah, and I start flying up.
So as you fly up,
Oh, me
Soren,
guys.
as you start
Yes.
flying up,
Mhm.
the closest swarm, and as the hut drops down now, you see that these things are in fact large swarms of bones. And you notice that it flies up after you as fast as you're going.
Ah,
I need everyone to roll
okay.
for initiative.
All right.
time.
Click my token and then roll initiative.
Oh darn it! I didn't click my token.
I'll put you on there. It's fine. I'll put you on there.
All right, thank you. All right.
Oh, you're already on there. You're good. You did click your token.
Mm,
Nailed it.
All right. Since Cole rolled 1, we're going to give that tiebreaker over to Torka.
What are those things called again? Bone swarms?
Yes.
Bone swarms.
So you're probably not going to find anything online about them when you go to look later.
I know. I'm just
There.
putting it in my notes.
No, I'm just saying
There you
they're not from the Monster Manual or any D&D book.
Yeah.
They're from another book from another publisher.
Oh, okay.
But
Just taking notes.
It's also okay to say they're from the mind of Jorge Berryman.
that
go.
would
Yeah.
be a lie.
It's okay to lie.
We're all friends.
Although
Makes us think you're cool.
although I did get the idea when you guys were talking about flying earlier. I was like, what would be a cool way to negate that? Oh, I know, bone swarms. Because bone swarms actually have a flying speed, and they're pretty nasty. All right.
This could
So
be the most metal thing ever you've done.
when we start up again next time, because it's already 9:37,
Gotcha.
so we will adjourn here, and we will play again in 2 weeks, not next week, because next week is Hindo's game, and I will have the night off. So we will pick back up on the 25th in 2 weeks and see what happens with these bone swarms. Be thinking about what you're going to be doing when you hit level 18.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. So until then, we will leave our game poised where it is with our group of adventuring lads.
Cool.
Cool.
And we will pick it up in 2 weeks. Say good night
Thank you, Trey.
to everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Good night. We'll see you guys later.